Hey, how's it going? Hey, came across a little interesting factoid on Candace Owens' show from yesterday that I thought I'd show to everyone regarding the FBI's version of events surrounding the Charlie Kirk incident. And besides all the other nonsense and hogwash, they want us to believe that a 30-06 round didn't do more damage to a man's neck than what they claim that it did. That it didn't blow blood everywhere or blow through his neck or whatever would be the normal case. Besides the fact that they never secured the crime scene area, they just allowed it to be dug up the same day and replaced with concrete within 2 or 3 days, and nothing suspicious there. No red flags there at all. Well, this is another interesting factoid. And it has to do with finding the gun, finding the weapon. Okay, so like they found it in a little wooded area, but the police had already searched the area, like had locked arms and had walked through there, and then had brought the dogs in to find it. The dogs that are trained for that scent to find gunpowder and bombs and all that kind of stuff, and they didn't find anything until the feds showed up. So I'm gonna let Candace go through. I'm gonna play that clip, and just so you can see that the FBI, the feds, are pulling the wool over our eyes all the way on this. Okay, now listen to how Candace tells us how they found the gun. Check this out.
So the story goes, you remember the story goes that the police officers found the gun in a wooded area. Now, immediately, we had people telling us, students telling us that even that description is faux. Wooded area, no, that's actually not the right topography surrounding UVU. Well, interestingly enough, the exact place where the gun was found, which is described more like a median between two roads. I think I showed you that footage of where they found that gun, certainly not in the woods. There's some trees and there are some bushes. Well, interestingly enough, before that gun was found, that area had already been searched. Not just by veteran police officers who told me that the way they do this is they sort of lock arms, then they kind of go, you've kind of seen this in some shows maybe. That's what they did. They came up, they didn't have anything. Then they said, okay, we're only human. Let's release the bomb dogs in that exact area where ultimately the gun is going to later be discovered. The bomb dogs didn't turn up with anything, and here is why that fact alone is remarkably suspicious according to the police officers that were involved. And I'm fascinated by this now. I love fun facts about animals. Obviously, we all know that dogs have incredible scent, right? Their sense of smell is like what literally up to 100,000 times more than a human scent. Now, in case you didn't know, and I did not know this, over $19 billion has been spent on research and developing the scent of a dog.
Just because she's just explaining this a little bit, but just saying that we spent $19 billion plus on bomb sniffing technology and technology to sniff out different scents, and nothing beats a dog. That's her whole point on this. So I'm just going to fast forward through it a little bit.
Essentially, what I'm saying to you, explosive like gunpowders. That's why they have these animals at police departments. Even an untrained dog, like even just your dog, and like you're walking your dog and he's got like a scent and you're like, what's going on? And nobody smells. They can pick up a scent of a fired weapon days after it was triggered. Their nose will still pick up that scent. A bomb dog, they can smell it up to a week, right? Maybe even more because they're specifically training. And during this training process, I'm reading they'll cover something in chemicals. They'll train them. So like after it rains, obviously they're just training their scent to get stronger and stronger and stronger. After a week, after an explosive goes off or a weapon is fired, they will tell you, here it is. They'll be able to find that weapon. I'm telling you this so that you can comprehend that if you're sending out bomb dogs to find a weapon that was just recently fired like an hour ago, that's not even fun for them. That's not even interesting. That's ridiculous. You're basically saying to that dog, 1 + 1 = what? It's too easy. This is what they did. They sent these bombs.
Okay, so this is an interesting bit right here because I didn't put all this together. Is that they had already run besides the police already going through all the area. I mean, you've seen on the map, that little stretch of woods is right outside the college campus. Of course they would have searched it. Of course they would have. It's right off the campus. It's right across the street. Of course they would have searched that area. And of course, they would take the dogs to it just in case, they had missed something. Of course, they would have. Well, after nobody found anything and the dogs didn't find anything with their sensitive noses, less than an hour after, or an hour or whatever, after that gun had supposedly been fired, well, when the feds show up, then suddenly they're able to find something. Listen to her tell the rest of the story. This is funny. What they want us to believe is just so crazy. It's so asinine. It's crazy.
Dogs out. They go over to the area and they find nothing. The highest grade technology that we have finds nothing. These dogs belong to the sheriff's department in Pleasant Grove, by the way. You should know that. So seasoned officers plus the dogs crawled the area and came up dry. Until, fast forward, so many miracles in this story, fast forward to when the feds arrive after the dogs fail to the corner with you dogs, and the feds are here. The federal officers are going around and asking officers weird questions like, oh, how long have you been on the police force? And what happens then is that federal officers direct 3 police officers who, I'm told, between the 3 of these officers, they had less than a year and a half on the force, okay? Like, these officers are pretty spanking brand new, just like everything else in the story. And the federal officers specifically direct them, check again over yonder, check again yonder, right over there, because I just don't trust that super high-grade technology of a dog's nose that we have. And you, sir, you 3, go and see if there could be something over there. We can't trust those 100,000 times stronger noses. You're human. Take on the task. And guys, you're not going to believe me. The nose that's trained to pick up gunpowder, explosive, combustible material, they get an F. But lo and behold, these police officers, bam, there it is, the gun. We've got the weapon. Woo! There's no cheating here. We nailed it. Might as well get rid of these dogs, right? It's complete.
I love the way she explains things. So as you can see, the FBI is just pulling the wool over our eyes left and right all the way down the pipeline here. So anyway, just want to let y'all know. Y'all take care.